Time to take a look at some landscapes. I enjoy it when you send photographs of your gardens or your landscapes to me and we make some suggestions for improvements. Now today I have a house in Louisiana. It has a low flat area, it belongs to Cindy. Now she tells me that the house faces west and that she really likes a very simple green landscape, and that from time to time in the early spring she can get, because it's low, some water will come in with heavy rains, so we need to be cognizant of that, and that these landscape timbers across the front have decayed and are ready to be moved out. So I think this is an opportunity to make some changes. One of the first things I would do is remove these. These are too large for the scale of the house. So I think we ought to take those out. And then these shrubs over here are overgrown all around the house corner and under the window, so those probably should be removed as well. So with the idea of these being gone, I think we have a nice long horizontal line here to work with. Now what I would do is make a bed that comes along here and then comes around this tree like that. And then maybe on this end, plant some flowering trees that might make a grouping over here on this side. It could be in the form of Crepe Myrtle, or if there's a neighbor that needs to be screened, the Little Gem magnolias would be beautiful over here and would flourish in your part of the world. Now, as far as the landscape planting under the house, if you want something very simple, you could go with just a basic evergreen. And what I would do is do something of contrast here and keep it about this size. You see, you don't want it to, you only want it to be about halfway the height of that window there. And then come along here and remove this. This looks like a large yucca, so that should be taken out as well. So we need to get rid of the yucca there. And then what I would do is fill in between here and here and here with shrubs and leave the windows free. And this would be an opportunity to plant some aspidistra, cast iron plant, which would be a very low plant, or even the ground cover that we might use here. And I would recommend this be something like Asian jasmine, a very low growing ground cover. And then underneath these trees, you might carry the same shrub and do a mass of those on this side. And then I would repeat the same thing over here, just like this, and bring those across here. Now, you could accent this side with some Oakleaf Hydrangeas, native plants. I think native plants would fit the sort of ambience of this place very well. Now, one last thing to think about is you've got all of this small growth coming off of the tree here, and I would remove all of this, these small limbs up to a certain point, because it sort of distracts from the house itself. All right, now one last thing you might think about. What about wrapping a bed just around the mailbox and then accenting it the same way over here to create a sense of entry? And what I would do is take this shrub, whatever we use here, which could be a small leafed holly, place it here and one here, and then do the ground cover. Whatever ground cover we use over here, we would use there as well. So you're using a lot of the same elements. The house is a very simple design, and you want to make sure the landscape reflects that. Good luck.